Good morning. Happy Wednesday, the second day of October. Today's my cousin's birthday. Happy birthday, Teresa. Hope you're all doing well. And it is 63 degrees, of course, foggy again. I think this fog has settled in. And, you know, that's just the way it's going to be for a while. So this is my last day working this week. I'm taking off Thursday and Friday to do some things. And Dave and I are going to spend the day together Friday. And that's what I got going on. And I don't know what else. All right, let's talk about some beauty. And then I'll just talk about life in general. I didn't bring anything with me. I'm just going to talk about it so you'll know what I've been using. And I may have, you know, this is going to kind of be my favorites for September. And, you know, I'll have to say, I'm glad September's over. You know, that song, Wake Me Up When September Ends, that's the way I feel. So we're in a new month and everything's going to be much better in October. You know, I can't say that. And I just feel like October's going to be a great month. All right. Beauty. Okay, I've been using the House Labs or Haas Labs, ever how you want to pronounce it. The one from Lady Gaga foundation now for 3 weeks. And I am back to loving it. You know, I go in and out with that foundation. But, you know, I do believe that it does have some great skincare ingredients in that foundation. And I believe the longer you use it, the better your skin is going to look. I do believe it on that one. And I know that my friend Melissa didn't like it, and I don't know why. I love it. It works for me. And usually we are a lot alike when it comes to foundations. But anyway, I love the foundation. I think it's great for normal to dry. I don't believe oily can wear it unless they powder heavily. And I don't like to powder heavily. I just like to lightly powder in the T-zone. But it works for me. As the day goes on, it does go away, but it goes away gradually. It doesn't go away spotty. Now, I do exfoliate my face. So I always say, no matter what you're using, you've got to have a good canvas. You've got to be using great skincare. And I know I keep saying that I'm going to do a skincare video, and I am. One day I will. You'll be shocked. But I'm not going to promise when. But one day I will. And one day I'm going to do a live, and that's what we're going to talk about. And there may be 2 people there, or there may be hundreds. I don't know. But one day I will. I do need to practice, though. Car, you're too close. Every day I complain about the parking lot. Every day. Okay, so I've been using that foundation. I'll put down in the description box what color. Also, remember, any link I put down there is an affiliate link, which means I can make commission if you purchase something through my link. I appreciate it if you do. If you don't, I understand. You'd rather not, and that's okay. Mainly my links are down there are for convenience. I know when I started watching videos, I wanted the links. I don't care if they make a nickel off of my purchase, but I wanted the links. That way I didn't have to hunt. I know some people feel differently. Oh, they want you to have to hunt, but I don't. I know how frustrating it is. Okay, the other products that I've been using, of course, I've been alternating between the one size pressed powder foundation to lock it in on my T-zone, and I've also been using the Kosas bouncy powder. I call it bouncy powder. Anyway, I alternate between them. And I'll put the colors down below. Probably if you want more coverage, the one size is better. Of course, I will say the one size is very close to MAC's Studio Fix powder foundation. It's close to Lancome's dual finish powder foundation. And some people use that one as a setting powder. So they're all similar. You know, one you may like better than the other. I don't know. That's just my thing about it. You know, e.l.f. used to make that one powder foundation, and they stopped, or you can't get it anymore that I can find. I don't know why they stopped, but because it was pretty good. Anyway, I'm having to. All right, now eyeshadow is still MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. I can't stress enough that eyeshadow. Everybody needs it. You know, I'm not one of those people who say that. I'm still a little bit too close, but I'll worry about that in a minute. I just feel like that it's just the best eyeshadow. And you can buy the Maybelline. I did see the Maybelline at Walgreens. I can't remember the color, but anyway, I just don't. It's a little drier, I think. Dries out faster. But this, I just, to me, it's the best. It is just the best. And that if you wear eyeshadow, if you wear cream eyeshadow, if you have crepey eyelids like I do, it's just fabulous. And I like I say, I don't like to use that word often. Brows. I went back to my It Cosmetics Universal Brow and Top. Still my favorite. I mean, the e.l.f. works fine, but if I'm going to pick one, and I don't know how much they cost, you know, if they were in the same packaging, I still say I'd like the It just slightly better. Is it worth the price? You'd have to decide that. You know, it is quite a bit more expensive than the e.l.f. So you have to decide if it is worth that. Mascara. I don't have any on today, but then again, it is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. I did order the new brown version, so I can't wait to get that because I love me a good brown mascara. I'm going to see if I like it better than it's always got to be the right tint of brown though. The best brown ever was the one from Benefit Roller Lash. Why they discontinued it, I'll never know. But it was the best brown I had ever had. But anyway, we'll see how this one turns out from Tarte. Blush is Charlotte Tilbury. And bronzer is Charlotte Tilbury too. I did buy that Wet n Wild. Nothing wrong with it. But the Charlotte Tilbury is just a little better. It's more blurring. And it's not as splotchy. And especially wearing off. The Wet n Wild tend to get a little splotchy on me. So there again, you got to figure out if it's worth it. The price. I can't make that decision for you. For me, as long as I have the money, I'd buy the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just being real. Because once you get the pack, you can buy the refill. And you just do that. Lips, I'm all over the place with lips. I do love that Kylie one that I've been wearing. Today I'm wearing, I always want to say Careless Whisper, but Pillow Talk Intense with this lip gloss. And I've not talked about this lip gloss in a long, long time. But this is the Lawless Beauty. And this is in something orchid, I believe. Do I have oh, my magnifying glass is in the SUV. Oh, well, I have to put the color down below. Anyway, this is it. This is the doe foot. It is a little, you know, some people don't like that, but I don't care. That's the doe foot. I just love it. It's cooling, but not overpowering. And it just makes you look like you have voluptuous lips when you don't. All right. So there's that. Now, what else? Okay, I did purchase the Sol de Janeiro 71 body cream. It's fabulous. I know y'all are going to get tired of hearing me say that. in this video, but it's everything I wanted it to be and more. And why it's limited edition, I do not know. And, you know, I want to order another one, but I'm thinking, Vicki, you don't need another $48 body cream or whatever it was. I mean, I've got body creams, but I just love the scent. And I know I can fix the scent with the body spray and using a different, I know all that. But it's just, I like the texture. And it's just, I don't know. I just love it. That's all I can say is I love it. If you like the 71 Charosa scent, which is, to me, is fall in a bottle. It's vanilla. It's macadamia nut. It's a little spicy, but not too spicy. It reminds me of a nice vanilla pumpkin latte, but it's not, I don't think there's any pumpkin in it. Anyway, that's just what I feel like. Maybe pumpkin spice, but I don't even know if that's what's in it. It just reminds me of that. Last year, I believe I sent, it was either last year or the year before, I sent my friend Sylvia a bottle of it, and she loved it. And she would tell me if she didn't really like it. But it's just, it's fall in a bottle. That's all I can say. It's fall in a bottle. And when I have one in my desk at work, and when I use it, everybody's up there. Oh, you smell so good. Oh, you smell so good. If you want to smell good, hey, it's one way to do it. All right, my earrings are, of course, from Amazon. I don't buy expensive earrings. And I'll try to list them below. I do have on my Temu rings today. They're getting a little big because my swelling's going down. So I don't know what I'll do there. I guess I can get a thing put in them if I'm going to continue to wear them. Anyway, they're fine now. I don't think I'll lose much more weight in my fingers. I never do. And I think some of it is arthritis. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Of course, I did have my hair products listed below, and I took it out because it was so much stuff and people were overwhelmed. You know, I could do a hair video too. There's so many videos I could do that is positive, but it's all about spending money. And, you know, me, sometimes I just don't want to talk about spending money at certain times. But I know that we all need to treat ourselves sometimes. I do know that. If you can. Okay, I want to thank everybody for the positive comments that I received yesterday. I do appreciate each and every one of them. And I know there was a couple of them that I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, I just deleted them. I just felt like it was best to delete them. Now, I did send one person to the cornfield. I'm going to be honest. I blocked them because I just get tired of the lecturing. And if they said it in a much more diplomatic way, and if I seen that they were being consistent between me and the other channels, I probably wouldn't have blocked them. But I don't ever see their comments on other channels, and maybe they've already blocked them. I don't know. And I know one other person may have, but the rest of them I don't know. So all I can say is, if you're going to give me constructive criticism, which I don't have an issue with, don't make it the same thing every video. You know, try to, you know, say something else. Anyway, that's just all I got to say about that. And as I said, it doesn't really matter in the long run. It's my channel, and if I want to block somebody, I will. But I mean, I had given this person up teen chances. I mean, I had responded to them. I had been nice to them. And they just didn't get the message that what they were coming across just as judgmental as they were saying I was. Or am. Whatever. There you have it. There you have it. All right. I'm going to go to work. And I'm going to be nice and not talk about other channels today. Although I do think there's some channels that you should watch. Well, I'm not saying you should watch if you got the time. I did put up one yesterday from Virginia. I think that would be a great video to watch. And I know we can only take so much of seeing the devastation. I know that. And as far as charities, I did give to an animal charity yesterday. I gave $25. I'm trying to spread out as much as I can. My check for YouTube will be $200 in October, and that's probably the amount I'm going to donate. I'm not going to say, I may end up donating more, but I will say in the long run, but I'm not going to do it all at one time. I'm going to try to spread it out, but that's kind of the goal, that I'm going to donate $200 around the board. Now, I have heard there is someone here at work that may have lost their car, but I don't know that for sure. If I hear for sure, I will donate to that, because, you need to donate in your communities. I had someone ask me about clothing. I don't know that they're taking clothing. I think if you know someone and they need clothing, then yes, by all means, donate clothing. But when you go to these drives, most of them say they don't have it there as something to bring. And then when you ask them, because I asked them this during the Kentucky floods, did they want us to send clothing? And I'm not talking about worn out clothing. I'm talking about practically new clothing. The answer was no, that people would just rather buy their own, and they would rather be able to give them cash to buy their own. But now, if you know somebody that has lost all their clothing and you've got clothing you want to send them or whatever, and you know how to send it to them, I say have at it. But at this point, I don't know anybody that could use clothing. Now, some people, one of the drives did say socks, but that's all I've seen that has anything to do with clothing. Now, as I said, I know that some give cash out and some give out gift cards. And, I've got clothing that I could easily donate. I'm going to try to do some more research today to see if there is somewhere there where they are taking clothing. And then I'll let you know, because I know some of you are local. You might not be exactly where I am, but you're in the area. And I'm sure some of you will be willing to ship clothing. Now, I know there is a store down in Florida. I want to say Panama City, but it may be some other, maybe Destin, that has a thrift store that is geared toward people that have been in hurricanes, devastation. And the store stays open year round, but they also take the clothing they have in the store to the areas that need it when, that I know that group exists, but I don't know the name of it right off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up, but that's all I know about clothing. And I know they're getting a drive up at several of the churches around here. I have not heard anything about our plant, and it may be that they'll wait a week or two. I don't know, but normally we do, and maybe nobody's just told me, because, sometimes I'm in a bubble. I know down at the racetrack, they were going to race this weekend, but they're not now because of the mud and everything. And let's just say there are mudslides going on now. I've told Dave not to go to the mountains unless he has to deliver, because I just don't think it's safe. But anyway, he does what he wants to do. I just ask him not to. He'll either do it or he won't. But I know they're going to use the racetrack as a staging location, because helicopters can land and everything there and go in and out. Greg Biffle, who he's a retired race car driver, he has his helicopter over there doing all kinds of rescues, dropping things down. There are so many private companies that are doing stuff. Now, as far as government, I'm not going to get into that. I do know FEMA is at some places. I don't think they're everywhere yet. I don't know. But, give them time to get there. As I said before, they have to stage. We know the National Guard's there. The National Guard from North Carolina's there. I'm assuming the other states have their National Guard. Now, I know Florida's sending theirs. And I know that I think there was some other states that were sending their National Guards in. So they're there. It's just the thing right now is you got to get people either rescued or get them food. And I did see where Elon Musk has donated, along with other companies that sell Starlink, to many of the people that live back there. As long as they can get a satellite signal, they'll have internet, they'll have cell phone. So, and that he's waiving the first month's. I mean, the equipment will be free to him, and then he's waiving the first month cost. Now, he may go longer. He's just said right now the first month. We'll just see how it goes. Now, Starlink is not cheap, but when you start looking at it and comparing it to cable, it's not too bad. I mean, I've looked at it, you know, since my situation's changed, and I guess if I knew somebody that had it around here, I would be more apt to do it. Now, I do know one guy that says he's getting ready to switch. So as soon as he switches and he tells me everything's going good, then I may switch. Because it just seems like a no-brainer to me, because it just does. Anyway, and I did share a thing on Instagram where there is a way now on the new iPhone, the iPhones 14 and up, with the new software, you can turn your phone into a satellite phone. Now, I'm not going to say how to do it because I haven't tried it. But you need, if you're going into an area that you think you're not going to have a signal, you need to, you know, search for that, use Safari, Google, whatever, and look to see how to do it, because that way you can have it done before you get there. Because if you get there, you're not going to have a signal. So you can't download the new software for iPhone 8, you know, the iOS 18, I think is what it is. I have done it. I don't see that much difference in it, but maybe that's just me. But I haven't tried to do it. The only thing I seen was, oh, I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, if you got an iPhone, then you may want to go ahead and download iOS 18. And I'm going to go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.